Good evening, everybody. My name is Warden, and I will be your host for tonight's entertainment. I have been very busy off camera, sprucing up downstairs and finishing off the Essentia smeltery system. It is more or less entirely automated. Could throw just about anything you damn well please in there, and it will get smelted in accordance to what Essentia it contains. For example, I could just throw this tainted goo in here and walk away. In fact, let me pop that in as well. There is only one small hiccup that I have decided to let go because thankfully the one Essentia that I forgot is rare. But it is indeed Luxuria, which is pink, which is what my spectrum starts on, as you can see. So I have decided to let go of that and just put Luxuria at the very end of it, say fuck it to a perfect spectrum, how about? It's a spectrum, it's still a nice spectrum, it's just not a perfect one, and I'm fine with that. I have set up an osmotic enchanter, which I have used to enchant all my relevant gear. I have also set up this infernal furnace, which I have been throwing things inside with gusto, with the access shaft back here. I still need to work on getting everything together to automate it so that I can throw stuff in a chest and it will appear in the furnace through a redstone system, but I do not have the energy to do that just yet. As for what I said what would happen last time, regarding the build time-lapse, that might still happen, but I have recently come across an interesting discovery that I think is a tad bit more important. And I will show you what that is in a moment. Back here you can also see that I have attached an energized node with plenty of Ignis Essentia to the back of the infernal furnace, which serves to speed it up and make it work more than once per minute, which I find very useful when I need a lot of things smelted quickly. I have made far more ethereal blooms, pushing the taint all the way to the very reaches of this little continent that we have set up. And I have also started ringing my Thaumcraft island with silverwoods that will hopefully have plenty of nodes to keep the island healthy. The extensive network of ethereal blooms is actually reaching so far that I've had to make chunk loaders in order to keep them busy. I have set them out to a reasonable distance to keep this all loaded while it continues to work, and hopefully I'll be able to push the taint entirely off this area and maybe even start working our way towards spawn and hopefully cleaning that up. So it looks like spawn doesn't necessarily need our help. For whatever reason, taint doesn't seem to be spreading very far into that area. I have also upgraded my Ars Magica crafting altar to be much more effective and powerful, capping it off with sunstone blocks and creating it out of quartz, which I believe are the highest tier of materials that you can craft it out of. Now, this is all fine and good, progress is good, but I'm certain that you are thirsting to know just what it is that made me change my plans. Well, I have recently started crafting some wand foci. Nothing special, just a portable hole in order to get in and out of places that I would like to be able to get through with ease. And, more interestingly, as I was doing thaumic research, a containment focus. Now, containment focus is a focus added by a Thaumcraft add-on. Now, let me show you. I'll give you a demonstration once I've crafted up some of the necessary materials needed to do this. Allow me to demonstrate this ability on the humble pig. And now he is very safely contained within this jar, in suspended animation, as more or less as good as asleep, technically. We are still going to build an island today, but the purpose of this island is going to be a little bit different than what I originally intended. What I was going to build over here is an Ars Magica system moving this crafting altar, setting up obelisks and all that. But any opportunity I can take to put off work that I don't want to do, I will. And I have already been collecting mobs to preserve them and keep them safe from the taint. These jarred villagers are especially important because while I can reanimate corpses through the gravestone mod, it is very expensive and dangerous to do so. Necromancy is not an art I take lightly, and it's not necessarily my specialty. So, what are we going to do? We're going to go on search and rescues, obviously. Now, that is not exactly my line of specialty, that's more the boss's deal, but I actually do listen when he speaks. Sometimes. And I think it would be a worthwhile endeavor to do what I can to protect the people of this land and help them, well, not turn into taint-infested zombies thirsting for each other's flesh. In protecting them and keeping them safe, I could also learn from them, though that's not really my primary motivation for helping these people. Admittedly, I just hate seeing people suffer. So, off we go to villages around the world to see what we can do about rescuing people. Even if the villages are completely empty, we might be able to still find 1 or 2 people that we can save. And even just 1 person is more than enough for me. Hello, ma'am. I see we have found one of our first people to protect. It's okay. It doesn't hurt. It's like getting tickled. Now we have her in a jar. I'm certain she'll be quite cross with us when she is released from the jar, but until then there's nothing I can really do about that. The choice was let her die a horrible death, or put her in a jar and make her cranky with me. Hopefully one day she will forgive me. Now, was she the only survivor in this village? Is there anybody around at all? The taint poison is quite aggressive, and I would rather not linger here, but I also can't overlook any single person. It looks like all that was left of this village was Miss Ambrosia Hart. I'll have to ask her what happened to this place when she is willing to speak to me again. Again, I do not blame her for being mad at me, but I didn't have much of a choice. Let's keep moving on. See if there is anywhere else that we can save. Okay. I see another village on my map over there. Hopefully there's some people left. A lot of the villages in these loaded chunks are not doing too hot, I can tell you that. Oh. I don't want to tussle with that customer, he's got special particles. If I take some of these crops with me, at least I can maybe help revive their agriculture? I don't know, I'm not an expert. Ugh. Man, I wish I had Red Tree here to help me. He would know what to do in this type of situation. I am just some guy with a wand. Let me see if there's anybody else. Unfortunately, taint cannot be cured once it's infected a mob. Let me knock out these graves. If I can't save them, maybe I can necromance their friends. Are all of these villages totally devastated? I sure hope not. Okay, my backpack's getting pretty full. I'm gonna have to head home and continue this. That's okay. If I have to drop off jars or people, then that's morbid. Drop off jars or people. I guess that's how it is on the Spitzer and Earth right now. Thankfully, there's nodes everywhere that I can refill my wand at. That's a neat color. I like that color. I'd take it with me if it weren't tainted. Oh, speaking of taking nodes with me, I did in fact, on my research, discover a method of jarring nodes that does not damage them. I will elaborate on that once I have to go drop off things. Okay, so my map wasn't able to find any new villages. I'll just have to keep visiting ones that I've already been to and hope that there's new stuff there. But at the very least I could take advantage of this to show you the research that I found that I think will be very useful in the future. Oh, and of course, the second I start doing recording, blood moon again. Okay, let me get out my Thaumonomicon so I can show you the research that I found. Here we go. It's under Automagy and Advanced Node Jarring. If I get a hold of a warding focus and some warded glass, which seems to be a bit expensive but probably worth it, I can start bringing those super nodes that I keep finding and having to leave behind with me without damaging them. And I think that would be a great use of our resources going forward. I know I can't keep putting off going to that dungeon and fighting all those mobs and using what I intended the spell to be for, but come on, it's cool research. Like, nodes are such an important mechanic in Thaumcraft. Being able to do anything with them without having to damage them would be a huge boon. So what do I plan to do with all these villagers once I have rescued them from the horrible fate that awaits them if they stay, is I'm going to build them an island over here, hopefully with enough room for them to live their lives relatively normally, though I cannot guarantee that there will be some issues that arise from living on a post-apocalyptic planet, but at the very least they will have a place to live. My eventual goal is to transform, hopefully, this entire continent back green, but that's going to be a lot of chunk loaders, and a lot of blooms, and a lot of time that I don't honestly plan on spending on this planet, if I'm entirely honest. Cause, to be real, I do plan on leaving, like, eventually. Before the end of the next century, at least. Until then, though, like, I have to make the best of what I can, and I have to make sure that I leave the world a better place than when I found it, at the very least. Who knows, maybe once I leave this hell planet, the villagers will be able to repopulate these lands and continue my work of spreading ethereal blooms around the planet. Wouldn't that be the dream? With daybreak arising, it is now time to resume our search for villages and try to rescue as many people as we can get a hold of. Now let's see. There is that fog village I found while exploring a while ago. So let's head off in that direction and see if there isn't anybody left in that area to rescue. Hopefully, with luck, they won't be all horrible, tainted zombies. Now you may be wondering why this place is waypointed as Fog Village. Well, you'll see in a minute just why I've called it that. I won't judge them for their methods of trying to ward off the taint, though it seems a little bit extreme to, well... desperate times, I guess. Let's try and find some people. I see some folks over there. Hello, sir. Would you like to... Oh, okay. Hi, would you like to be, rescued from... Okay. Wait, hold on, come on. Let's discuss this. Yes, Please, sir. No, of course not. I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm just... Sir... No, the taint's going to spread. It doesn't matter if... Sir! Oh, shit. Look, this is not my fault. I did not know. Look, I'm trying to rescue you. Ah, shit. Shit. Okay. Okay, looks like Fog Village doesn't want my fucking help, I guess. Alright, I'm out of here. Fuck this. But I feel bad about leaving them. They're gonna die. They're gonna die horribly. And they don't even know. What would Red Tree do? Oh shit, they're still following me. God, they really stick to their guns, huh? Yeah. Oh god, they're following me over the hill. Jesus. Okay, fuck this. I'm fucking out of here. Hopefully they can't swim. Hoping that I've lost them over the hill there. What was I supposed to do in that situation? I mean, like, yeah, I've had people run after me screaming, burn the witch, but like, I've not really had that happen to me when I'm actively trying to be helpful. Like, I'm just trying to help people, because it doesn't matter what they do to their own people or to themselves or whatever, the taint's gonna come. I know it's not my job to fix people. Especially not when I gotta look out for number one. But it's times like this I wish Big Red was around to tell me what I could do. Or Rev, or anybody else. Being separated from the team is... it's not doing me any good mental health-wise, I'll tell you that. Maybe I should build a communications array. That might work. I don't know if I have the necessary materials to do so, but, I mean, the worst that can happen is it doesn't work, right? It's not like there's other people on this world or anything that could use it for malicious reasons or anything. Like, it's just me out here. Yeah, if I get a communications array up, maybe I can get a transmission back to 10B. Again, the worst that can happen is nothing. Nothing at all happens, and I'm just stuck here back at square one with no changes at all to what I was doing. Yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's just keep looking for villages and put that place behind us. The less time I spend there, the better. There. That looks like a decent place to try. Hopefully they don't shoot at me. I'd prefer that. To not be shot at. Okay. Here's hoping I don't immediately get shot at to death. Hello, sir. Let me just see the state of this place. See if they have enough time that I can go back and empty out my pockets and then come back here. Doesn't look like things are too bad just yet. Okay, what's something that Red Tree does? I think he announces. He used to talk about how he would sometimes have to announce, right? Let me just get up somewhere where people will gather, I think. Attention everybody. This village is now under, an evacuation notice. Please gather all your relevant belongings and prepare to be evacuated to a safer location that isn't covered in horrible taint that will rip your organs and cells apart. Thank you. Some of you may need to evacuate faster than others. Let me just, do this really quick. Shit. Okay, I need to resupply really fast. Everybody stay calm. Just pack your bags, and I will be back. I promise. I sincerely hope that when I come back, the place isn't just lined with torches and pitchforks ready to skewer me like a kebab. Oh! Hello, little guy. Hey, would you like to be evacuated? Hi, would you like to be, please, okay. I guess I'll just keep walking home. Man, this search and rescue stuff is way harder than Red Tree made it seem. What's a bitch to do in these circumstances? Like, am I doing something wrong? Am I too scary, or should I be wearing different clothes, or what am I supposed to do? All this walking and I've only rescued 3 people. Red Tree would be so disappointed in me in learning that I barely even saved like a quarter of a village. I'm just trying to do my best out here, man. Maybe I'm just not cut out for it. Home sweet home. They'll be fine in the jars indefinitely, that much I know. It's basically almost perfect suspended stasis. This sucks, man. Nothing worse than not being able to help people, or worse, getting punished for trying to help. I know people are scared in this world, and just as alone as I am in the end, but I'm just trying to help. I'm just trying to help. I'm just gonna keep trying, and maybe eventually they'll stop shooting at me and running away from me. It's gotta happen eventually, right? Alright. Time to head back to the village. And hopefully not get speared on the business end of a pitchfork. Okay. Moment of truth. Here's hoping they have all their valuables packed up. Okay. No pitchforks. Thank God. It looks like everybody's gathered in the center. That's very kind of you guys. Alright. I'm just going to evacuate you all one at a time. Starting with the most injured first, if that's alright. I may have to leave and come back at some points in order to refill my wand, because this spell needs fuel. Okay, I have to go refill my wand, sirs. I'll be back, I promise. Please, please, please let nothing bad happen to them while I'm gone. Alright, I'm back. Evacuation efforts can resume. Hopefully, nobody died while I was... Shit. Okay, I really need to get going. Fuck! Fuck! I have to... I'm sorry! I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. It had to be done, it had to be done, it had to be done. It looks like how long the spell takes to take hold is related to how much healthy, like how healthy they are. It's okay, sir, just hold still. I got them, okay. I'm helping, I'm helping, I'm helping, I'm helping. I am helping. Shit, I'm out of aspects of my wand. I'll be back for the last few of you, I promise. Okay, there's gotta be some of you left. There's gotta be at least a couple of people left. Hello? There you are. Okay. At least you made the smart decision to stay up out of reach. Okay. Is there anything left? Anybody left? Where is this last sir? No, maybe he's underground. I hear a man? Hello? Sir, you can't stay here. It's not safe here. Look, I'll explain everything. I just need you to come with me. This will all make sense in the end. I think that's everybody. I'm just gonna head home, I think. The people that I managed to rescue and build a new home for them. I can definitely say that that was not an adventure without its difficulties. I did not anticipate getting shot at, for example. Seriously, I don't know if Red Tree ever had to deal with being shot. If he did, I totally was not listening when he was talking about it. Well, I've got people that I've saved, and now it's just a matter of building them a new home. Hopefully none of them are too angry with me. I mean, it's not like I could do anything if they are mad at me. Okay, so one of the first steps to building the island is going to have to be getting fuel for the thermostatic harness. I'm going to be doing a lot of flying around, and I'm going to need as much spare fuel tanks as I could get a hold of. So I'm going to throw a bunch of this crap in here to smelt away. And while all that's smelting, let's take a look at the location that I've chosen and see what types of shapes we can do. So, it's over solid land, which is a bit of a first for the islands. I prefer to build over water just because taint doesn't really spread that well over water. But I'm thinking maybe something flatter and chunkier Because both of these are relatively tapered. So maybe we make it look like a big boulder got lobbed up into the air. Yeah, I can kind of see it. And I could create a crater in the ground beneath here because this land's nice and flat. Or the chunk of earth just got like ripped up and out. I've also been kind of working on a crater down there for this island because it never really sat well with me that it's got this strong taper and no crater underneath it, but that's a side project I've been doing on and off camera. Now, unfortunately, I don't really have the energy to time-lapse this, as I am sort of pinched for time this week, but I can converse with you as I sort of sculpt and shape this thing out. Sort of, I want it to be lumpy, like an actual like big chunky rock got ripped out of the door. Yeah, big lumpy. I definitely want there to be enough room in here for as many of the villagers as I can fit. Last thing I need is for there to be overcrowding issues because I was hasty and made it too small. What about that? Yeah, that can work. Create the other two sides and then interconnect them, and then I should have a nice lumpy boulder to put the villagers on. Well, honestly. It's going to have a bit of a top, but I do plan it to be sort of an underground complex. With windows, obviously. Like, I'm not gonna shut them away from the sun, that would be cruel. I just have a bias towards living underground, and most of my build style is orientated towards underground living. I am nothing if not a little rat that lives in the floor. This is going to be a very large island, I'm realizing. Admittedly, I'm pretty sure that the reason this is so huge is because this is really my first build with the thermostatic harness. When you're flying around, things feel so much smaller. And larger at the same time. It's an odd phenomena. It's a good idea to build out of inexpensive, low-stress materials so that you feel like you have the room to mess up like this. Otherwise, you're going to box yourself and not even realize it because you feel like you have to be unambitious and really slow and careful in order to get anywhere. And naturalized builds like these are not really my forte. Like, I'm a decent terraformer, but admittedly, if it's not the industrial style over there, I am, it's out of my field, it's out of my depth. But that's why we try new things, so that we can get better and broaden our horizons. The most important thing to note is to be kind to yourself as an artist, to allow yourself room to mess up and be bad at a thing. I know I've touched upon this before, but it's really and truly important to let yourself be bad at the thing. So that's kind of a squarish shape. I'll probably refine it over time, but you can sort of see the basis for what I'm going for here. Very lumpy. I might have like a tower on the top with a terrace, some type of like garden type deal, or a little valley where people can walk around and hang out in the sun and look out over all of this. Though I don't know how happy they'll be looking over the ruins of one of their hometowns. I don't know what I'm going to do with that place, but maybe I can refurbish it and spruce it back up for when I think this place is safe enough to live in again. That'd be a nice project to take up. Man, this place is really just devastated by the taints. Replanting efforts are going to take forever. Okay, the general shape has been sketched out, and boy is it a hot mess. My main hope is that, as the shape comes together, and because I have flight, that I will be able to sculpt it in a way that is organic and interesting to look at, and not just a nasty gray blob, because something that I have been neglecting as part of my duties as a builder is texturing the stone parts of the island, and with the big chunk of this island going to be made out of stone, that is now no longer optional. I am going to have to sculpt this out in an interesting, organic-looking way. Hopefully the boulder, as I guess I'm going to call it, shapes up to be a nice place for the evacuees to go. Unfortunately, I am all out of time for today. So, thank you for watching. If you liked this video, why not like, subscribe, share with your friends, leave a comment if you want, and next time I will be trying to get this island done, making it look nice, putting dirt on the top, terraforming it, texturing it, all that good fun stuff. I also have a short notice regarding the time the next episode will be released. I am going in for some medical procedures on the 22nd, and I will not be able to make episodes until I am fully recovered. So if you want to know when that will happen, keep an eye on my Tumblr, which is linked in the about of this channel. I will also leave a link to it down below in the description so that you can keep an eye out for when I am fully recovered and ready to record a next episode. Until then, though, my name has been Warden, and I am signing off for tonight. Have a good evening, everybody.